Okay, yes, we've got another game recommendation for you, and yes, it's one that's exceeded expectations. It's a sequel, it's a PlayStation exclusive. It is, of course, the game that everyone thinks is better than Modern Warfare. It is Killzone 2. In response to the overwhelming success of Halo on the Xbox 360, PlayStation had to hit back with its own exclusive first-person shooter that could wow gamers. The result, Killzone, or Killzone 2. The sequel to the PlayStation 2 title was hyped up, endlessly debated leading up to its release, and as with the first trailers revealing awesome, jaw-dropping graphics, gamers thought it was too good to be true. But come March 2009, Killzone 2 arrived, and delivered its promise of amazing graphics, frantic gameplay and an addictive multiplayer, it certainly did. To get to grips with this prodigal son of PlayStation, which showed how much the PlayStation 3 was capable of, let's first take a look at the presentation. Following on from the first Killzone, the war between the Helghast and the Vectans still rages, and now the battle has been taken to Helghan, where the Vectans aim to capture the crazed dictator, Vasari. Now if I had to say what kind of feel this game had, it would kind of be like a mishmash of Star Wars and Starship Troopers, yet in the best possible way. But the real experience of this game is Helghan itself. All over this vast, gothic wasteland of a planet are awesome and beautiful things to admire. Whether it be the architecture of the buildings, the dusty, windy terrain you battle through, or the ships going on overhead, or any one of the countless things going on in this game, you will be amazed.
Quick, into position. Sam, Gaza, convoy stall.
When this game came out a year ago, it was the best looking game out. Now, it is still one of the best graphical displays of a game these eyes have ever had to look at. From the cutscenes you can see all the minute details in the characters' faces, the small flaps on the gun, or even the smoke from a grenade that was thrown. Then comes Helghan itself. If ever you could describe something as being bleak and tormented as something being gorgeous, then this is it. The stark contrast of dark and mellow colours of red, grey, black, all look superb as they dress the buildings, wooden footpaths and gushing rivers you come across. Then the enemies themselves kind of look like Darth Vaders with red eyes and gruff voices, and they all send a chill up your spine whenever you hear them coming. Other cool touches are how you can see your own character's shadow and hands in subtle moments of the game. The only problem with a game that looks this good is that it looks too good. You know, and you'll see some other parts in the game that don't look as good, like the flyer from Flamethrower. But this is kind of real nitpicking. The sound is fantastic also, as it really keeps you feeling the danger of battle. You hear wind by you, explosions in the distance, and cries from your enemies and buddies all around you. The guns and explosions throughout the game are the creme de la creme. Boom! Boom! These things are loud, and as they very well should be. Not like in Halo where your gun sounds like a kind of wimpy ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. You know, here you really feel the barrel of the gun shooting, and boy is it intense. Throw in some great voice acting with the likes of Brian Cox as Vasari and a killer thumping soundtrack, and you've got yourself a slick looking, sexy sounding game.
Then you forget, it's a thing to save your life.
Alright, let's stop fooling around and get serious. Now, if I'm playing a futuristic war-style shooting game, then I want to be freaking out looking for cover, shooting anything that moves because I'm too worried about my own life. Boom! Killzone nails it! While it seems a bit borrowed from Call of Duty, it does have a much different experience. Let's start off with the cover system. Now, this is probably my most loved part of the game. Under fire, well then quickly run to the closest wall or whatever, and push up against it, and you'll use it to duck and shoot around. It may limit your view at times, but that's just why it's so good. Looking up quickly to spot your enemy and then pop in and out to take him down. It's simple and it's a fun way to go through the game. Shooting your gun is a joy, as they all feel really powerful. Or pull out your knife and slice and dice your enemy in close quarters, or even just use the butt of your gun to knock your enemies down. Moving around feels a bit bulky, like you're carrying around a bit, but that's understandable. Being a soldier, I'd imagine that be. And that goes the same as jumping and opening doors or pushing buttons. Yet all these things help separate Killzone from other shooters. It almost adds a more realistic approach to a first-person shooter. Then you've got your buddies that fight alongside you. Now in Killzone, you don't feel like you're a one-man army single-handedly winning a war against 1,000 enemies. Here you feel like one soldier against many. Your buddies will advance and kill without you, but if you don't help them out, they'll die or fall wounded. Other cool things are the use of the 6-axis control for bombs or turning wheels. It's like putting your hands into the telly and doing it. It's sick!
Floodgates are open.
Coming to the end of this recommendation, I could keep going on for hours about a game like this, and I want to, but just know that this game is good. The Halo-killer, it is. It is the best space, futuristic shooter I've ever seen. There are no lame enemies or bits that are stupid, and it makes everything just seem more realistic. And just being on Hellgun is a memory you'll never forget. Alright, the main story is only about 6 to 7 hours long, but I haven't even mentioned the huge multiplayer. It's huge, it's rewarding, and it's incredibly addictive, and there's no wonder why this game makes my list of greatest games.
The time for diplomacy has passed. The Hellgas do not reason.